You purchased term life insurance when you were younger to protect your spouse and kids in case you died prematurely. But since you're watching this show, obviously you're still here, which is good. But term life generally has fixed low premiums until you reach a certain age, and then the premiums skyrocket. So what should you do with your term life policy? Here to give us his never term limited advice is my law partner, Mike Solomon. Thanks for joining us, Mike. So what happens with term life insurance?
Well, as you mentioned, you buy term insurance usually when you're younger so you can provide for your spouse and your children. But when the term expires, then the premiums shoot up.
And what do we do at that point?
Well, usually what happens is that people drop that insurance because the premiums go so high. But when you drop that insurance, there's no cash value built in, so the policy disappears. But for many people, that's the right choice because maybe at that point, their children are out of the house, they built up a nest egg, they don't need the insurance like they did before.
Are there other options that people have besides just letting the insurance go?
Well, this is important. There are some options. Let me give you three. Number one, what you can do is you can drop that insurance and buy a universal policy or a whole life policy. Those will build up cash value. They'll be more expensive, but for some people that is exactly what you need. But however, you have to be insurable. Right. If you're not insurable, you can't get that insurance. That gets us to our second point.
Which is?
Some term policies you can convert without taking a medical exam and get the same benefit, death benefit. You can convert it from term to universal or whole life. But again, that could be very expensive.
All right.
Then let's say that option is not available. You might want to consider just continuing that term even though the payments are very much higher. If you're ill or terminally ill or death is imminent, you might want to consider just keeping that policy, and if you can't afford it, maybe your kids would chip in to keep the policy.
Because they're the ones that will benefit.
That's right.
So if we're thinking about converting to permanent insurance, can we wait until just before that premium goes up?
Well, yes and no. It depends on the policy. Many policies will say you can only convert up to a certain age, so you want to check that out before your term expires. Matter of fact, you should go check your term policy now and see what the rules are in it.
All right. Good advice, Mike. Thanks very much. Most people who buy term life insurance let it die away when the term is over and the premiums jump. But that may not be your best option. For more information, give Mike Solomon a call. His number's up next.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, we resolve to help with your New Year's health resolutions. Then, when should your family get involved in your finances? We'll relate the right response. The West Side Market is still cooking at 100 years old. We'll list the ingredients of its success. Plus, looking for ways to get a jump on the job market? Our interview will help get you hired. Until next week, please make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.